What is up, people, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be doing another quiz. It is of course Monday, which means it is quiz day. You guys have been loving the quizzes I've been doing on this channel. I've done the hardest F1 quiz on the first episode, and now the second episode I did a... What did I do for the second episode? I did the track quiz. Yes, the really easy track quiz where I got 13 out of 13, and it definitely was not a challenge for me. Hopefully today's quiz is going to be a little bit more difficult, but we are over on Sky Sports News. We're doing the Formula 1 quiz of the year. Test your knowledge on 2016. So hopefully, I should be quite good at this. But the 2016 season, because I work on Sundays, I didn't actually watch all of the races. I watched like the first hour, probably. Whereas some of them I didn't watch. So here we are on the first question of the quiz. So, Mercedes secured a third straight title and dominated 2016. But how many races did they win? They didn't win two. There were two races that weren't won by Mercedes drivers. That was Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo, which means out of the 21, they won 19 races. There we go. Green, 19 races, 19 race victories, a new Formula 1 record. Right. Which of these drivers won their head-to-head qualifying battle with their teammate? Kimi Raikkonen, Felipe Nasr, Jolyon Palmer, Esteban Gutierrez. I don't think it's Gutierrez or Palmer. Nasr, I think, lost out to Ericsson, and Kimi Raikkonen was actually losing out to Sebastian Vettel, but he did really well at the end of the season. So I'm going to go for Kimi Raikkonen on this one, and that is correct. Kimi Raikkonen outqualified Vettel in the final 5 Grand Prix to secure a surprise head-to-head win. Yeah, I thought that was right. He did do really well at the end of the season. I think once really he got confirmed as a driver for 2017, he really started to pick up his game and had a really good end to the season. Who picks up the most penalty points in 2016? Esteban Gutierrez, Max Verstappen, Danny Kvyat, or Nico Rosberg? Okay, this is a little bit difficult one. I'm not too sure on this one. You've got Esteban Gutierrez. Could be, but I'm not too sure. Max Verstappen, he did get involved in quite a few incidents. The obvious choice there is Danny Kvyat, but I think he might be just a bit too obvious to go for on that one. Nico Rosberg, did he get involved in... He did get involved in quite a few, to be fair. Oh, it's a tight one between Danny Kvyat and Nico Rosberg. I'm going to go for Rosberg for this one. It wasn't Rosberg. It was... Oh, I should have just gone with the obvious choice. It was Danny Kvyat who collected 8 penalty points. 8 penalty points this season. So, should have probably guessed that. I didn't go for the obvious choice because I thought it was one of those questions where they want you to pick that one. And yeah, it in the end was that one. Right, question number 4. Fernando Alonso gained the most places on lap 1 over the season. But who had the next best record? Carlos Sainz, Pascal Wehrlein, Kevin Magnussen, or Romain Grosjean? Right. Okay, so Pascal Wehrlein probably started at the back of the grid quite a lot. Would have been easier for him to make up positions. Romain Grosjean could be him. Kevin Magnussen could be him. Carlos Sainz, it could be him. Right, I feel like I'm doing I'm a celeb right now. It could be you. But, which one do I go for this one? Carlos Sainz does sound like the Spaniards could be quite good at overtaking on the first lap. Oh, but was it Pascal Wehrlein because he was right down the back of the field? Or even Kevin Magnussen because of that reason? I'm going to go for Carlos Sainz on this one. And it wasn't correct. I should have just gone for Pascal Wehrlein. That's twice. That's twice I've said the man at Wehrlein made up 35 places on the first lap in 2016. So how many did Alonso do? Because that's pretty good for Alonso to beat 35. Right. Only one driver started every 2016 Grand Prix and finished the year without a single retirement. Who was that? That's an obvious one for me. I'll go for the actual names of who they are. Nico Rosberg, Daniel Ricciardo, Valtteri Bottas, and Sergio Perez. But I know this one. This was Daniel Ricciardo, who didn't have a single retirement this season. So Daniel Ricciardo gets that one, and that is another question right. So far we've got 3 out of 5, which is pretty good on this quiz so far. Ricciardo was rivaled by Perez, who crashed out on the last lap in Austria. Oh, Perez, so close. Right. Question number 6. This may... Oh, I'm struggling to read right now. Right, this may have been the paddock entrance of the year from the Red Bull duo, but where was it? Another one that I know straight away, but it's Austin, Italy, Brazil, or Mexico. And it is, of course, Mexico where they came in because it was the City of the Dead, I think, carnival sort of thing that Mexicans have. So that is why they came in for that. So it was Mexico, which that one is correct. So we've got 4 out of 6 at the moment. We're doing pretty well. I'm not too sure how many questions there actually are. But question number 7, which driver was overtaken the least in 2016? I actually know who this one is before as well. Nico Rosberg, Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, Daniel Ricciardo. And the only one is Sebastian Vettel, who's only overtaken once at the Brazilian Grand Prix by Max Verstappen. And there we go. Not counting moves on the first lap, Vettel was passed just once in the whole season which is pretty impressive. It is pretty impressive by Sebastian Vettel. Only got overtaken by at the Brazilian Grand Prix by Max Verstappen. Right, question number 8. Not including Spa, which was the longest track of the 2016 season? I think this is Baku, but Baku, Silverstone, Monza, or Suzuka. I think it's Baku, because why would they put that one in there? Yep, Baku. Not too sure why that one's in there, but the Baku City Circuit debuted this year and is currently 3.732 miles long. Right, question number 9. Max Verstappen claimed Formula 1's youngest ever winner by... What? I'm really struggling to read right now. Right, Max Verstappen became Formula 1's youngest ever winner by claiming victory in Spain. But who held the record before him? Lewis Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, or Daniel Ricciardo? Again, another easy question. It is, of course, Sebastian Vettel when he won at the Italian Grand Prix in 2008. The Dutchman was 2 years and 210 days younger than the previous winner, Sebastian Vettel. So, yeah, 2008 Italian Grand Prix, which I did say. Right, which teammates crashed into each other at the Monaco Grand Prix? Magnussen and Palmer, Hamilton and Rosberg, Vettel and Raikkonen, Ericsson and Nasser. I didn't actually know this one until I saw the names, and it was actually Ericsson or Nasser. Palmer crashed out by himself. Hamilton got let through by Nico Rosberg. I don't remember the two Ferraris being anywhere near each other, but yes, the two Sauber drivers came together at Raskas. Sauber described the crash as unacceptable. Both drivers tried to blame each other. I remember that. That was pretty funny. When that happened. I think I missed that end of the race. I had to watch it later on at home because of work, which was pretty annoying. But, yep, I do remember that happening. Right, question number 11. Fernando Alonso posed reading a newspaper after his Australian Grand Prix crash. But what was the headline? Greatest escape, luckiest man alive, crash and burn, Melbourne miracle. It was, of course, the luckiest man alive. I remember seeing that all over Twitter. Pretty funny. Yeah, there it is on your screen right now. One of the pictures of the year. Right, number 12. Carlos Sainz had an impressive year at Toro Rosso, but what was his highest finish? I don't think he's finished 4th. I don't think he's finished 4th in his entire career. I think 5th is his best, but he just missed out on that in Austin. So I think 6th is probably the best place he's finished this year. I think he finished 6th in Austin. So I'm going to go for 6th place at the American Grand Prix, which is right. Yes, Toro Rosso star finished 6th 3 times in 2016 in Spain, USA, and Brazil. So that one is another correct one. So what are we doing so far? We have got 12. So we've only got 2 wrong out of 12. So pretty good so far in the 2016 quiz. Looks like my knowledge was a lot better than I thought it was. Right. What show did Daniel Kvyat say he was watching when told of his Red Bull demotion? Now, I actually know this. I don't know why I know this one. It's a bit of a weird one. Like, why do I still remember what Danny Kvyat was watching when he heard of his Red Bull demotion? That's the problem with my brain. I remember stuff that I just don't need. I just don't need. It's probably why I did so bad in my exams. I can't remember that stuff, but I can remember when Danny Kvyat, what he was watching when he got demoted. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but it was Game of Thrones. I remember seeing that on Twitter. Game of Thrones was watched. There we go. Danny Kvyat was... Why? Why do I remember that? Why on earth do I remember that? Awful news for Kvyat, but at least he was watching the Sky Atlantic hit. Yeah, to be fair, if I was going to be told that, I'd be happy to be watching Game of Thrones at the same time. Awesome show. Right. Mercedes were urging Lewis Hamilton to quicken his pace in the duel in the desert. But how many times will the word instruction played out on the world feed? Right, okay, this is a difficult one. I don't actually know this one, which is kind of good because my brain is not doing its dumb thing where it remembers really unimportant stuff. Right, once, twice, 3 times, or 5 times. I've done it in a different order. Don't know why. Don't ask me. Right, okay, anyway. Did they do it 5 times or did they do it 3 times? I'm going to go for either 3 or 5. Which one? We'll go 5. Let's just go 5. Let's just go for most. No, it was twice. It wasn't even either. It wasn't even either of them, so it didn't even matter what. But first, it was this is an instruction. Then it was that is an instruction. Lewis wasn't best pleased. Let's just forget 14. You know, that's just our 3rd question wrong. Let's just move past it. Right. Question number 15 and the final question of this quiz was Nico Rosberg will become the first driver not to defend his title the following season since Damon Hill, Alan Prost, Michael Schumacher, and Nigel Mansell. Right, Mansell won it in 1992, and then didn't race in 93, I think. So he could possibly be one. Michael Schumacher won it last in 2004, and then it was Alonso who beat him in 2005. So it's not Schumacher. Damon Hill carried on racing after he won the World Championship. Alan Prost won the did he win? I think he won it in 93. So that means Nigel Mansell would not have... So it would be... but then did he carry on in 94? No, because... No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Because Senna died in 94 and Alan Prost wasn't racing then. I've watched the Senna documentary. I do know a bit about Formula 1. It is, of course, thank God I got that right, because otherwise I would have looked like such an idiot. But... Yep, Alan Prost retired after winning his 4th Drivers' World Championship in 1993. And we got 12 out of 15. So it looks like my knowledge over this season was pretty good, despite not actually watching all of the races. So I'm pretty happy with that. I hope you guys got a good result on that as well. If you want to go check out this quiz, I will leave a link to it in the description as well. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. What score did you get on this quiz? Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Share this video with your friends. And I'll see you next time with another video. But until then, it's goodbye from me.